Hello, everyone. My name is Janine Carter, and I'm just finishing up my classwork for today, day 2 of Dr. Sonia Stribling's class. And one of the things that she asked us to work on was to be clear on the industry that we wanted to serve, as well as the why we wanted to serve a particular community. And for me, I chose the faith-based community, and that's because to me it's a very broad-based community, and you get to share your faith as well. Um, my background is in working with people that came out of transitional home housing, and they were being placed in their own homes. And a lot of times, the only support they felt that they had at the time was the local church and the transitional housing programs, as well as outreach programs. Um, I started working when I was 12 years old. I started buying products and reselling them. And so I got to know the importance of having your own money and how important that was to shaping a person's life. I started working summer jobs, and at 16, I got a job in the hospital. Now, in the hospital, I got to work with all different people from all different walks of life. And I got a chance to grow and be promoted. And I was promoted several times in the hospital. My last job being a unit clerk. With that job, I got to work closely with doctors and the nurses. And I got to sit at the desk and answer the phones and work with the patients and their families. And although it gave me a great sense of responsibility and being in charge, it also taught me to multitask, and that I still use to this day, and wish to take it further. In my job as a unit clerk, I didn't realize at the time that there were other young ladies that worked with me that looked like me that didn't get the promotions. And I try to be the type of person to not focus on the problem, but try to find a solution. And so on our lunch break, we would go in the back room or something and practice for the test so that they could take the test and get the promotion that they wanted. And a couple of the ladies did get the promotion, and I was happy to be able to facilitate her growth in that, because I know how important it was for me. And that was my ticket out of the streets. I grew up in Detroit, and a lot of my friends, though they were out playing, and I thought that they was having a good time. Later on, I learned in life they was not having a good time because they didn't have the same opportunities. I believe. Well, anyway, I shortly after that I got married. I had 4 children, and 20 years later, we ended up getting a divorce. Um, I still had to raise my children. So they got to see both sides, and they stayed with me. And one of the important things I wanted to teach them was how to make it in times of a crisis or a traumatic event, because I've seen that happen to a lot of people. And I wanted them to be able to know the importance of buying and selling so that they could develop their own gifts and talents, as well as going to work for a company that they could feel good about and hopefully retire from. And they chose to do that. And they're 4 amazing children. I would add to that. But it was hard. It's hard on kids to go through a divorce and to be raised in a broken home. So I tried to keep them busy. They went to work with me. I tried to keep them involved in activities as much as travel. So I enjoyed the freedom of being able to do that. And when we got the divorce, wasn't able to do those same things. Well, I thought I wasn't going to be able to do those same things, but I started selling furniture out of my house. And my customers were people that they bought the furniture in order to resell the furniture. And when I found that out, that was exciting to me. And so I started buying and selling. And that's one of the reasons how I ended up buying and selling new furniture, was because of that experience. And so I did that for 30 years. And I wore a lot of hats there. In the store, what I would do is purchase a building. I would have the building for 5 years. And I would sign contract with the owner, stating that I would pay a certain amount of rent, and I would be able to, and I would have to take care of the building. Anything broke, then it was my responsibility to fix it. And also that I could get the first bid at buying the building. With that experience, I really enjoy having the flexibility of being able to buy and sell, and I didn't really want to be bogged down with having to buy the building and keep the building. And so I didn't go for that option. But however, I continued to buy and sell, and I continued to work with people that, like I say, they had transitional homes. So a lot of those people worked in the store. We created jobs for people in the neighborhood, delivery jobs, upholstery jobs, plastic covering, and just we did a lot of different things. And so everyone was happy with what they were doing. One of the things that I found out about myself is that I'm pretty good at helping a person to develop their gift or talent, either by putting products in their hands or by services, developing their services. So anyway, that's one of the reasons why I would choose to go into that, because of the wealth of experience that I bring to the table with that. And just knowing the importance of being able to bounce back after going through not just a divorce, but any traumatic event. Like, I worked on the rehabilitation floors, and I saw a lot of people that, had a nice life, and then something, maybe a car accident or something happened, and they had to change that whole situation around. And so I saw it both ways, up and personal. So I always try to continue to learn and educate myself because of that. In the event of something happening to me, that I would be able to take care of myself. Um, and so that's very important to me. Um, and now we come into my why. My why is, that's the reason, so that I could get, that's my reason for going into speaking and wanting to do coaching and consulting, and being an author as well. I can see that I have a lot of stories to tell, and I would like to tell my stories one day, you know. Another thing I learned about myself is that I have a very teachable spirit. I always try to remain teachable. I find that in the past couple of days I learned a lot, and I learned that clarity is very important in this process too. So to be able to really think about that and try to bring it all together, that was important for me to do that. I learned a lot with that experience. I would like to, I know that we're in the age now where we're going to have some digital currency, some digital real estate online. And that digital real estate, that's forever. And with that, you could build wealth, and a lot of opportunities online for that in the speaking industries, as well as coaching and consulting. And so I'm looking forward to doing that, as well as some other investment opportunities and things like that. But so that's my pitch. I believe if given a chance to speak at one of the events, that I could offer, male or female, you know, products or services, and I would like to do one-on-one coaching as well. Okay, thank you for listening.